just loaded the save. Time's a bit moved forwards from the last time I recorded. I managed to change the capital to this province instead of this one, having only two in the capital region. 2 provinces in the capital region is terrible. Food supply is almost non-existent. Although I'd prefer to move the capital down to the warmer climates where more population can fit in, and the bonuses for it being warmer. It's a nice little capital. I've just spent 1,000 gold on, I think, a modifier for the capital, having some temple or something, and I was planning on spending that gold on the next war, so I'm just going to have to do without. The next war is actually going to be with Rome, as they just suffered a revolt. Just finished a war, expanding up here, taking some territory. It's nice when there's some allies that are brought in, so you can steal land without having to use too much political influence. Aggressive expansion. It's not too high. The higher it is, the faster it goes down, so it's good to keep it as high as possible. Of course, need to boost stability with our wonderful religion. 10 stability every 8 years is massive. This, let's see, a 0.02 change monthly for 8 years. I would do the maths if I thought it was close. I don't think it is close, so I'm not going to do the maths on that. But now it is time to fight Rome, even with a very small budget, and my alliance seems to be not going so well. Hopefully they will still join the war. Need to check that. No, they will not. Planning my demise. Pretty silly mechanic, telling you that the AI intends to fight you. Got claims all over here on Thrace and this province. I will not pretend to know how to pronounce this. Never mind. But as I have the levies all converged into one area, I think so at least. I don't think I took too much casualties. 8,000 there, 6,000 there. No, it's actually quite terrible when it comes to troop count. If I go to military, see 95, 90 out of 95, that's not the best. 6 out of 16. That one seemed to be okay. Perhaps it would be best to recover some money and manpower. So get rid of all of them. Do we have a disloyal general somewhere? Probably. 51, not that one. 20. This is one. Unfortunately not corrupt, otherwise I'd just off him with a political trial. He's a clan chief too. Oh dear. He thinks he's got a big power base in the country somewhere. To be honest, the internal politics of a country, I don't find that engaging. I think this game probably didn't do too well due to the lack of engagement on most of the fronts. Trying to find the map modes that actually give details on it. Might notice I haven't actually colonized words this province. That's because the barbarian free pop comes down, gives us pop, and that will stop once this top line of provinces are colonized. Let's see if we can bribe them or something. Just make friends. See what's that improved opinion? Only 38? Could increase it. Give that a go. It's not even my good general. The reasons I'm thinking a war is good is because I have a 16 marshal right here, ready to go. Shame he didn't become the actual ruler. Capital not doing too bad. Yes, managed to get a religious site because as a Jewish religion the holy sites will get trashed, so you can pick them up as needed. What's this? Civil war? Oh dear. What a pain. Don't need that. Can I manage this one? I think I will. Actually, no, I don't have the money, which is unfortunate, but it does indicate I could go into positive centralization. If I so desired. This might be slightly unfortunate, because I just stood down all of the troops, but never mind. Shouldn't take too long to win this. And it will reset for province loyalty. What I am quite annoyed is this mission requires an aqueduct, which in turn requires territory civilization greater or equal to 30. So I even, or is it changed this to monthly centralization change. I don't know if there's a bonus for completing a mission tree, but feel like I should. See, what actually do I get? Import route, building slot, in capital. So that is actually pretty valuable. I think most of my income is trade. 35. And tax, just even if I wasn't at half rate, that would be just not much. And of course, every time I claim territory, the amount of trading I do increases. Well, apparently this annoying clan leader didn't want to disband, so now he gets to fight this. A quick win, and that puts the province back at 100% loyalty. Doesn't matter how fast it goes down. It'll always return to 100%. It's very nice. Let's see, do we still have any raised levies? No, that's good. The other reason we want more territory is because it increases the speed of religion spread and culture spread, because every single one of these provinces does it, except for integrated cultures, I think. So not these two regions, perhaps. What happened here? Why is there such a mix? Never mind. Okay, will my very trustworthy ally help me out? The answer is I don't think they're ally anymore. See, alliances. Nope. It was difficult to get that alliance because the aggressive, expansive expansion hinders getting an alliance heavily. But the civil war is too good to pass up. Such an opportunity. We do have claims on this bit because I have the rest of the province apart from this one. Do you actually have food? I find it difficult to actually know where the food's coming from, so I try to first colonize a province that produces food. Otherwise you're just going to run into problems. And I had this part of the province, but not this part, and had food problems, so I captured the rest of it, and now food shortage is fixed completely. So now all I need is the civilization level to increase to level 30, so I can build this aqueduct. Truly, truly painful. I've no idea how to increase the government rank from, what is it, just a tribe? Settled tribe? That's because it's not obvious. Of course we've got to focus on the score because it is going to be, well, it is the ultimate reason for this whole thing. That's why there's a focus on converting everyone to the same culture and same religion, because they miraculously become happier. So if it's primary culture, you can see it's all over the place now. Even if it is just one in these places, it should increase. And of course religion, that's actually much faster religion. Let's see, is, yes. The levies can be raised now. In preparation, we will move them all over here. You might be wondering why I don't take the military tradition. That's because we get morale of armies from military experience, and although the military traditions can be pretty good, morale of armies is probably better than the ones we can take, so it's most optimal to wait until we're 190 or above to take the next one. Ship damage taken, we have 0 ships. Heavy inventory cost, we have 0 heavy inventory, nor are capable of getting any. Light infantry offensive, that is probably good. War elephant defense, we have 0 war elephants, so I think that's probably not worth the loss of morale. See, 0 corruption, 90 loyalty. We can afford to lose a bit of loyalty. Low food supply here. Doesn't seem that low. Again, it's only one province in a non-food producing province. We're going to have to attack these people at some point. Let's see, do they have an alliance chain with their neighbour? No, just these two. That's unfortunate. It is always nice to get 2 and 1. So I've triggered the war, but the issue is, with it being a revolutionary war between Rome and a revolt, I'm not actually at war with the revolt, so I've had to wait until they get some territory that I have a claim on. This is going to be a bit weird. I'm not sure if it was actually tested at all to see if there are any bugs, but I got a mercenary stack on this fort. It's going to be important to actually have territory from both Rome and the revolt to gain war score against both. I have no idea what's going to happen when the revolt is over, but it looks like the northern front has collapsed maybe. But really, as I intend to use money to fight Rome as much as possible, it's going to involve hiring mercenaries, sending off to either fight a battle or do a siege. Can I afford 15 political influence? Yes. Not too bothered about that event. I'm not sure how the armies are going to interact with me. I should say it's going to be fine, but to be honest, I have no idea. Really, I shouldn't have let this 2,000 soldiers slip through, because they're going to just cause havoc. I do have this stack of cavalry that I'm probably going to use to run them down. I'm probably going to have to deselect most of these because they're going to suffer a lot of attrition without the food supply. If you select them, you'll see they barely have any food. Right, they better be caught. It should kill all of them easily enough. Excellent. Oh. Hire a new person here. It says one of the important families need to be hired, but I really can't find one in that list. So what I'm going to do is see if there's any on one of the technology lists. Doesn't look like it. So we're just going to ignore that for a moment. See, we shouldn't be at war, hopefully. Oh, we are at war. With the... I have no idea how to pronounce that. But I took advantage of the previous war of them together to grab this territory. I believe they grabbed this single province. And maybe some up here. But they were losing, that's why they didn't take too much. And peace from Rome. What are we offering? Now this is weird, because the last time I fought a campaign like this, Rome gave up extremely easily, but then were a really difficult opponent later on. So I have no idea if that's just the situation they're in, or the AI not working out all the things properly. The siege, terrible general, so I'm probably going to wait one more siege tick, and then assault. Mercenaries are very easy just to use in such a manner. Let's see, how difficult is it going to get over here? Okay, we're not going to want this one, as it's probably just going to starve. Ironically, this province has a high population and isn't running out of food, and is a city producing stone, and that's the only one in the province. Truly weird, don't even have 5 war score with Rome. Right, take the cavalry up here. It looks like they do have this one. I think I should probably take it for completeness sake. There does appear to be more possible colonization spots. And let's check it. The Civil War. Yes, I think. Actually, no. Is the Civil War ended? Because really, I did not want to deal with the Civil War. Oh no, it's not ended. Though it looks like the revolt is about to win. Looks like a civil war is going on in many places. Poor AI. Even though I'm the one who barely knows how to deal with the internal politics. Oh, how did they get troops up there? Never mind. I don't think the cavalry should be enough to deal with it. Only level 1 fort. Oh, this is a fort too. Oh gosh. Forts everywhere. Though, we've got the good general here. 16 military. That's a +3 siege. +1 for every 5 military. You might think it would be best to use him in war, but right, I am probably going to mark these to the same speed. What you do is attach to a unit, but there has to be a unit with attach allowed. So that's one. Is this the other? Yes. And then they should all go in at the same speed. Even though we're outnumbered, the heavy cavalry should pull through. But it is marsh. That's probably going to be... Let's look, there is heavy infantry. Not sure if a march was in our favour or not, but never mind. It appears that Was there another battle somewhere else? Yes, there was. That is why the battle screen saying we had lost thousands of troops came up. But in reality, why am I going over here? Do want this territory, but I don't think I'm going to get it all. I need to push the revolt. And it looks like these mercenaries may be somewhat useless now. Though we shall thank them profusely for winning a battle. Fleet employed. Let's see, does Rome have any mercenaries? Looks like this revolt does. Can bribe. That is a mechanic I haven't seen before. Very interesting. To be honest, not worth the money. Unless that was generals over 10 military, I would have considered it. $14 here, where are you? Yeah, I actually want to know where he is. Go to... here's the button. Too far away. Let's see. Here's one. Too far away still. I'd say maybe a good idea for a map mode for this. However, I think there is not a map mode, or I'm just showing how bad I am at this game. Never mind. Zoom in, have a look around, look at a mercenary, 100 gold up front, and 9 every month. That should be fine. The general, I'm not too bothered with. Let's see. 16. Well, I think I'm just lucky with a random pick. Well, essentially random. Okay, I do want this territory and this one. For some reason I can't get through here. They've occupied this. I'll send the mercenary to deal with that. I'm not sure what the cavalry is going to do now. I might just start assaulting forts here, with the assumption that the fight against the revolt will probably not last too much longer. There appears to be a fort here somewhere. Okay, seems a bit weird. There's a fort here. What about this one? This one looks like an easy catch. Let's go down here. It means it's going to be difficult to take... there isn't a fort. It just took some time to realise it should be mine. To be honest, I should centralise. However, I got more of armies and levy size. I have no idea if there's a route forwards to some sort of tribal kingdom. But I think part of a high score will be increasing the civilization value, and that will mean centralization from minus 100 to plus 100 will be a slow process, and the plus 15 levy multiplier is going to be painful to lose. This is a mercenary group, however they don't have the morale required yet to assault. It looks like it is getting a bit messy. So I might try and see what I can grab if I bail out now. Poor potato PC, struggling a bit there. Let's see. Yes, Yon Low. Super piece. Remember, we need aggressive expansion high, so it reduces fast. Let's see. Yes, we want that one. We want that one. We want that one. And that one. And that one. Nice. And this one. Excellent. Now I think I'm going to grab this province. I suspect I'm going to have to fight this group again. That's a lot of things that they would be willing to release. See, next month I might just push these mercenaries into an assault. There we go. I'm not sure why The morale is not increasing. The High Priest. Let's go with the highest. And we want assault. And then check where the cavalry had got to. Well, just here. I'm going to send them up here to see if I can grab more territory. One more siege tick, hopefully with a positive outcome. Any troops lost will result in a one siege. Looks like somebody might be disloyal over here. Let's have a look. 29, yes, that is disloyal. Doesn't look like a very important person. Well, I do like this general, but gosh, the morale increase per month is terrible. Right. Okay, it doesn't look like I'm going to have time to deal with all this. And that's a large bunch of territory that I shall just now have. Aggressive expansion, well, apparently if it goes over 50, that's bad. We shall see how bad it is. Yep, there's a lot of negative modifiers that are applied on over 50. The biggest one is probably going to be monthly political influence. I purposely don't have any loyal, well, disloyal subject states, no subject states to be disloyal. Stability change is going to be another painful one, however, we almost can completely mitigate that. Aggressive expansion impact, now that is an interesting one, especially as I'm still at war with Rome. Though I don't think I share a border, so I am probably going to just sit up here, let this mercenary company get some morale back. Somebody has 0 loyalty and is not going to have any more loyalty for some time. Unfortunately, 0 corruption. That is again unfortunate. Corruption would make having a trial a lot easier. It's easier to accuse someone of being corrupt if they are. Now the question is, can Rome link up with my territory so I can siege it down nice and easy? '50 corruption, probably should try and avoid this character. Turn on trading automatically because I don't really know how to deal with it. Make sure all the trading is happening everywhere. I need my monies. Yes, just oh so close. Can we declare war on this wonderful, wonderful nation? Just show superiority. Okay, I'm just going to accept this because actually no, because there is more I can claim. Although I'm not sure why it's not letting me go there. This disloyal chap doesn't seem to care. So he'll probably just siege down whatever he thinks he can. Oh, and here comes Rome proper. I should actually bring my army over, even if it is a bit in shambles. Only 88 soldiers in that army. I think I've just been standing it in attrition. I have no idea what this is about. I don't actually care if what happens as long as he is considered loyal. What does it say? Persuade the drop scheme. What is the scheme though? Seeking a patron. Well, seems rather innocent enough. Oh, thank you Rome for letting me occupy more territory. I do want this one, so I can go down here and maybe block off Macedon. Or maybe not block off Macedon, I don't know. To be honest, I have no idea why Macedon went all this country is fighting, because this is the only connected territory. They haven't asked for military access through me. Neither of them. I must think this is a rather successful first fight against Rome, even though I was just looking away. And a fight broke out. Never mind. Oh dear. Well, I must admit, not very high on the casualties. Drive Rome back with the heavy infantry. Wow, that was a lot. And where are they going? Oh, they're going around there. Let's see. Yes, we can do this one. What is peace imminent? Well, I must admit, I have no idea. I'm not sure how close you need to be coastally to grab territory. But I suppose we will just grab all we can. Let's see. Cancel subject release nations. I will probably do this because I can't grab the territory myself. Does it actually indicate where this is? Interesting. So which one is the biggest out of this group? We've got 26 here and 26 here. A bunch of small ones. We've got a 20 here. That appears too much. 20 here. Yes, that will be nice. Help us in the conquering front. A 28 here. Oh, that did look big. That might just be in population. Is that actual Rome? Yes, that is actual Rome. Should I? Or why shouldn't I? I have no idea what this is going to do, but I find it hilarious. Rome without Rome. 90 pops. I'm not sure if they're going to starve, but to be honest, I find it hilarious. Let's see why it turned out like this. I think this is a primary culture thing, maybe, where if they have enough culture in a province, it will be considered for being released, such as this as Rome. But if we view the population, it does have 3 pops of the culture group that got released. and 2 Roman. Let's have a look at this one. It's just a big mix. So, wow. Should I consider Rome defeated? Well, perhaps, but I'm going to throw a save down here and see how long it takes to bleed off some of that aggressive expansion while trying to maintain as much stability as possible. Probably going to spend some of that stability on changing policies to increase centralization, because the stability is going to decrease anyway. The lower it is, the slower it decreases, so I might as well spend it on something useful. It appears that another way of increasing centralization is by interacting with other nations that are quote-unquote civilized. So when I was increasing relations with Macedon, I got events that boosted centralization. However, even with losing the morale of armies and the levy size multiplier, oh, where is it? Here we go. Laws. We will still have honor in battle, which is plus 5% morale of armies, and reduced monthly war exhaustion, and oral tradition. But only reduces monthly centralization by minus 0.05, and that I think we will want to keep. So if I now put this to religious freedoms and this to coin minting initiative, that will essentially even out the monthly centralization change. So with the events, diplomatic events, we should slowly, very slowly, increase our centralization. But that is going to take time. Luckily, or hopefully, we'll only need the increased centralization once we rule the world. After all, once everyone is the same religion and culture, everyone will be happy. If a few cities have to burn along the way, well, so be it.